You're listening to Bridges Radio Program. This is a show about the creative industries, artists of all mediums, and other professionals who make the art we all enjoy. Bridges is produced at Citadel House Studios in Lewisport, Newfoundland and Labrador, and is a collaborative project between Carolyn R. Parsons and Citadel House. This program can be found on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and in podcast at SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, as well as many other podcast hosting programs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bridges. My name is Bonnie. I'm here on the phone today with Carolyn.
Hello.
Want to say hi?
I'm here.
And hi, Carolyn. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing grand.
How are things in the six?
In the six. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a lot warmer and less windy than I think Newfoundland is right now.
The wind was, it was crazy yesterday, but it's pretty good today. And it didn't blow the leaves off the trees. I thought, there goes autumn, right? Because you get this big windstorm and all the pretty... But no, but even though I guess they weren't quite ready to be blown off yet. So at least around me, it's still yellow and golden and red and very pretty. So, yeah, we got a good show coming up.
Lovely. Yeah.
We do, don't we? What do we got coming up?
Show? Oh, our show today.
This show.
We have... I get so confused. There's so many shows on the go in my life. I don't know what's on the go. Okay, so today our guest is going to be Gary Collins. And yes. Carolyn had a good chat with Gary.
We had a yarn.
A nice long chat, I understand.
We did. We chatted.
So she's going to talk to...
Mm-hmm.
Sorry?
I said we had a good chat. It was great.
On our last episode there, we had Daniel Champagne, and Daniel's going to be in central Newfoundland there tomorrow, and the day after. He's in Gander on the 27th, and Lewisport on the 28th.
Yep.
And
Gander.
He's actually very nearly sold out now.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah. Gander is the golf club.
Yeah.
And then Lewisport at Citadel House on the 29th.
Yeah.
I have tickets for that one.
Gander. Perfect.
Yeah.
You bring the whole family, right?
Oh, all of us are coming to Daniel Champagne, yep.
I'm glad, because he's stellar. I've seen him last week. He's great.
Yep. Now, so, just wanted to mention something. Because we record ahead a little bit, we were not able to talk about the winners of the Music in Earle, were we? And we had some nominees from Citadel House plus Citadel House. So you want to talk about those for a little bit?
Oh, sure, yeah. So we are very, very proud to have two of our artists win awards that they were nominated for. We had Adam Baxter won Educator of the Year, and Earle and Coffin also won Jazz Blues Artist of the Year, which was just so thrilling to hear their names called. It's such a nice honor.
It really is, and well-deserved. They deserve it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they work hard for those. So I'm very proud of them.
And then, Citadel House,
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to toot our own horn.
Pat yourselves on the back. Just do it right here.
All right, here we go. Pat, pat, pat. Yeah, we got Outstanding Company of the Year, which was, I am amazed because there were some incredible groups and companies in that category. So I'm still not over that yet.
But yeah. It is. And it is, again, well-deserved. I'm a little biased because, we work a lot together. But that's the thing. We work a lot together because I think you're an outstanding company. So there's that. So congrats to you guys and for all the hard work you do and bringing music to the region and to the province, because everything goes beyond your region. You think you live in a little small place, but things spread outside, and people are watching what you guys are doing, and I'm sure the model is being carefully looked at, and others will try it in other places and hopefully have success, so that Musicians can keep playing music. That's the key, right? We want them to keep playing music. So
yeah, want to make it so that they can make a living doing what they love to do and doing what they do well.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
We like to do that.
And the Newfound Talent. What about that one?
Yeah, during Music NL week, I think the first show of the whole week was the Newfound Talent contest, and we had 3 winners. Well, first, second, and third place. Allie Noseworthy from Spaniards Bay took first place. Noah Hamilton from Corner Brook took second, and Caden White from the West Coast took third. And I am just going to say that they were all amazing. I watched the live stream. Caden did some sort of beatboxing thing. It was amazing. Noah Hamilton was doing like jazz piano and got up and did great crowd participation. He's the best. And Allie Noseworthy had this gorgeous, heartfelt piece that she wrote, which was lovely.
I love it, watching the young people, and they become so confident and improve and become quite masterful on the stage at pulling in an audience. Like you mentioned, Earle and Coffin. Like I saw them early on, which is not that early because, let's face it, they're still new and they're young. But early on, compared like over a year or two of being on stage and getting more comfortable, they really own the stage now when they're on it, and they are really good at engaging the audience, which is a challenge in and of itself. Great music is great music, but being able to bring that audience participation and have the audience feel like they're part of the show, that's a whole other skill set. And when you see young people they're able to do that, then that's a spark of something special right there. So congrats to the 3 winners of the Newfound Talent show at Music NL. That's wonderful. So what else we got on the go this week? We've got to make this short because of my long interview.
Well, speaking of Earle and Coffin, we're going to have somebody in the studio there next week. One of them, Mr. Nick Earle, is recording a solo project.
Yeah. Tell us what you can tell us about that.
As much as I know, Nick has been writing some like solo ballads. I don't know if I can tell you the name of the album yet, so I'm not going to. But it is
better not.
Yeah, it's full of a lot of really sweet like love ballads, and also your traditional breakup ballads. But it is, oh my goodness, I'm getting emotional thinking about the music because it's just so beautiful.
Wonderful.
Nick is an amazing songwriter, so it's going to be a really, really good project.
So he's coming next week to Citadel House to record, and I'm hoping that while he's there, I'm going to go up to the studio and have a chat to young Nick and talk to him about his project as well. He's agreeable to that, I believe, and we'll air that.
As far as I know.
We'll air that episode as soon as we can after that point. But, so I'm looking forward to that. I've seen both Nick and Joe perform together, so I'm interested to see what they will do, what Nick will do on his own. And, it should be fun. I like the in-studio interviews. They're a lot of fun. And what else? Oh, literary tour update. So we had on October, forget the dates, 12th, we had Lewis Sport's stop on the literary tour NL, which was quite successful. We had 7 authors at the library, and it went really well. It was so enjoyable. It was 2 hours and 45 minutes, so it's fairly long, but I don't think anybody was bored. It was just because, you split it up, all these different people talking about different types of books. We had a good turnout, especially considering it was a Friday afternoon, so we appreciate the people of Lewisport for coming out and listening to us, and people bought books, and so it was nice. And we have on tomorrow, October 27th, we have the event at the library in Gander. Gander Public Library will have half a dozen, maybe 7 or 8 authors. And then November 3rd, Fogo Island.
All
at
right.
the library. Same time. They'll all be from 2 to 4:45 at the public libraries. So I'm going to be at both, talking about writing and my work and stuff like that, but mostly to learn about what the others are doing at this point. Because I don't have a new book this year. The book that I'm taking on tour with me, I wrote last fall. So it's new to a lot of the audiences. Once I get out of Central, people in St. John's haven't seen it. So, but I'm excited, and it's going very well. We're getting good turnouts and really enjoying that.
That's great.
So, what else do we have? Beyond the Overpass, they're still doing their improv and musical theater nights, and they have one tonight. I think tomorrow night. I don't know. I've lost track of the days. Tomorrow night. That's right. Tomorrow night at the Quality Inn. 27th again. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Everything is on the 27th for me this. Yeah. The 27th, tomorrow night at the Quality Hotel in support of youth arts. Improv and musical theater. So all the kids will just do a number, a musical theater number, and then they'll do some improv stuff. It's a lot of fun. So fun. Very funny.
It sounds like fun, yeah.
Yeah, and it's by donation. So, and you guys have something at Citadel House. You have the 28th.
The open stage?
Open stage. That tonight? Sorry? That's going on now.
Tonight. Yep. Friday night. Open stage for the underage. So 19 and under can come and perform whatever they like. We had a bit of spoken, I want to say spoken word from your girl there last time.
Yep, poetry.
Which was very special.
Yep.
Yeah. And we also have people doing musical theater. We have a lot of originals sung and performed, and
Newfound songs. And new people, new kids are coming all the time, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And I watch the new kids come in, and they're kind of nervous, and they're not quite sure what to do, and that's exactly how the kids that started out doing this were, and now we see all that confidence, and these new kids.
Yeah.
In a year from now, we'll see a total change again, and I love watching that evolution when they develop their confidence and their skills. So that's a wonderful thing, because imagine if you're 21 and you'd never been on stage, but you're a fantastic singer. Well, now these kids are on stage at 12, and by the time they get to be 21, they've already had, a decade. They've had a decade of performing and practice. So that's something that's of great value. So that's why you get into, the company of the year and all that kind of thing. So
we like to do that a lot, and we do the songwriting sessions beforehand as well. So if people do want to try their hand at songwriting and try and foster and hone their talent, and learn that, because it is something you do learn, then they can give that a try. If there's any interest, that runs in the afternoon, and then the open stage is the evening.
Yeah, and so that'll be it's happening now, but it's also going to be like the end of November, the end of December. The end, because last year I remember you were not going to have it in December because of the Christmas thing, and all the kids were like, "No, we want to have it. Let's have a Christmas one." So
we run the last Friday of the month unless there's something already scheduled.
Right.
So I think there's going to actually be 2 in December, one on like the 1st and one the 28th, but there's not going to be any in November.
Right. Okay.
Because it's like the end
just
of
the way.
November.
So
another
the
show.
December 1st is actually kind of like the November one.
Yeah.
So wonderful. So I think that's about it in all of our events. Have I missed anything? Have you missed anything?
I think we covered what we need to cover.
Yeah, so coming up next is my very long but absolutely wonderful conversation with Gary Collins. Gary is a writer. He tells me his book that was released on October 17th, called The Crackie, is book number 13, Lucky 13 for Gary. Gary writes absolutely beautiful. He's a masterful storyteller. He calls it romantic geography, where the light is over the water and shining through the trees kind of description. And he's really good at it. So The Crackie was just released. I spoke to him just before the release. It hadn't quite come out. And we had a great talk about Newfoundland writing and writing in general. I think what's happening is all of my interviews and chats with the writers are going longer because I'm a writer, so I can, we get into like, I get excited, and whereas with the singing and songwriting and stuff, I don't know much about that. I'm a fan, but I'm not